Hey history buffs, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're exploring the fascinating history of Jerusalem and revealing who controlled this iconic city the longest. Jerusalem, a city with profound historical and religious significance, has witnessed a plethora of rulers, each leaving an indelible mark on its landscape and legacy. The question of who controlled Jerusalem the longest is intricate, reflecting the city's complex and contested history. This article will explore the various periods of control, emphasizing the dominant empires and rulers that have governed Jerusalem throughout the millennia. Ancient beginnings. Jerusalem's early history is a tapestry woven with myth, religion, and archaeology. The earliest known settlers were the Canaanites around 3000 BCE, and the city later became a Jebusite stronghold. However, significant historical control begins with King David around 1000 BC, who established Jerusalem as the capital of the United Kingdom of Israel. The Israelite period, King David's conquest, marked the beginning of a roughly 400-year period, during which Jerusalem was under Israelite control. Solomon, David's son, built the first temple, solidifying Jerusalem's status as a spiritual center. This era, spanning from around 1000 BCE to 586 BCE, saw the city thrive as a hub of religious and political activity until the Babylonians, led by King Nebuchadnezzar II, besieged and destroyed Jerusalem, including the First Temple. The Babylonian and Persian periods. The Babylonian control of Jerusalem was relatively brief, lasting from 586 BCE to 539 BCE. During this period, many Jews were exiled to Babylon, an event that had a profound impact on Jewish culture and religion. In 539 BCE, the Persian Empire, under Cyrus the Great, conquered Babylon and inherited its territories, including Jerusalem. The Persians allowed exiled Jews to return and rebuild the temple, inaugurating the Second Temple period. Persian control lasted until Alexander the Great's conquests in 332 BCE. Hellenistic and Roman periods. Alexander the Great's victory introduced Hellenistic influence to Jerusalem, which continued under his successors, the Ptolemies and Seleucids, until the Maccabean revolt in 167 BCE. The revolt led to a brief period of Jewish autonomy under the Hasmonean dynasty, which lasted until 63 BCE, when the Roman general Pompey the Great took control of the city. Roman and Byzantine control. Roman control, including the transition to Byzantine rule after the division of the Roman Empire, constitutes one of the longest periods of continuous control over Jerusalem, spanning approximately 700 years. During this time, the city witnessed the life of Jesus Christ, the destruction of the Second Temple by the Romans in 70 CE, and the subsequent transformation into a predominantly Christian city under the Byzantines. The Roman period was marked by significant upheavals, including the Jewish revolts and the Bar Kokhba revolt, which resulted in severe reprisals and further diaspora of the Jewish population. By 135 CE, after the suppression of the Bar Kokhba revolt, the city was renamed Aelia Capitolina, and Jews were largely banned from entering. Islamic caliphates. The early 7th century marked the beginning of Islamic rule over Jerusalem. In 638 CE, the Rashidun Caliphate, under Caliph Umar ibn al-Khattab, captured the city from the Byzantines. This conquest initiated a period of Muslim control that, with few interruptions, lasted over a millennium. Umayyad, Abbasid, and Fatimid caliphates. The Umayyad Caliphate, 661 to 750 CE, and the Abbasid Caliphate, 750 to 969 CE, governed Jerusalem, overseeing the construction of significant Islamic landmarks, including the Al-Aqsa Mosque and the Dome of the Rock, the latter built by the Umayyad Caliph Abd al-Malik in 691 CE. The Fatimid Caliphate, 969-1073 CE, continued Islamic governance, though the city experienced periods of instability due to internal strife and external threats. Crusader interlude. In 1099, Jerusalem fell to the Crusaders, marking a dramatic shift in control The Crusader Kingdom of Jerusalem lasted until 1187, when Saladin, the Sultan of Egypt and Syria, recaptured the city, restoring it to Muslim rule. This period is notable for the intense religious conflicts and cultural exchanges between the Christian and Muslim worlds. Ayyubid and Mamluk periods. Following Saladin's recapture, the Ayyubid dynasty controlled Jerusalem until the rise of the Mamluks in the mid-13th century. The Mamluks, a military caste that ruled Egypt and the Levant, maintained control of Jerusalem from 1250 to 1517. This period was marked by relative stability and extensive building projects that shaped the city's architectural landscape. Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman Turks captured Jerusalem in 1517, and their control persisted for 4 centuries until the end of World War I in 1917. The Ottoman period, lasting 400 years, was characterized by significant administrative and architectural developments. Suleiman the Magnificent, one of the most notable Ottoman sultans, rebuilt the city's walls, which still stand today. The Ottomans maintained relative religious tolerance, allowing various communities to coexist. This era also saw the modernization of Jerusalem's infrastructure, aligning it with broader trends in the Ottoman Empire. British Mandate and Modern Period. Following the defeat of the Ottomans in World War I, the British Mandate over Palestine, including Jerusalem, was established in 1920 and lasted until 1948. This period was marked by significant political and social changes, setting the stage for the contemporary conflict over the city. Israeli control. In 1948, the State of Israel was established, and Jerusalem was divided between Israeli control in the west and Jordanian control in the east. The 1967 Six-Day War resulted in Israel capturing East Jerusalem, unifying the city under Israeli administration. Israel's control of Jerusalem, particularly the annexation of East Jerusalem, remains a contentious issue in international politics and peace negotiations. Conclusion. Determining who controlled Jerusalem the longest depends on the criteria and context considered. The Islamic caliphates, encompassing the Umayyad, Abbasid, Fatimid, Ayyubid, and Mamluk periods, collectively governed the city for over 900 years, making them the longest continuous rulers. The Roman Byzantine period, lasting about 700 years, is the second longest. Jerusalem's history is a reflection of its central role in the spiritual and political aspirations of multiple civilizations. Each period of control has contributed to the city's rich tapestry, making it one of the most complex and storied cities in human history. The layers of Jerusalem's past continue to influence its present, shaping the narratives and identities of those who hold it dear. Thanks for watching. What did you find most surprising about Jerusalem's history? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more historical deep dives. See you next time.